I interviewed last week Dean Mighell, Secretary of the ETU at the ETU Shop Stewards Conference, about the good and the bad of the ALP-IR policy, and here's what he had to say.
The ALP and the union movement are very different. I've always thought that. I've never been fooled to thinking that it was any different. Unions have to stand independent and strong, and you've got to be outspoken against the things you see that are right or wrong, whether that be Liberal Party or Labor Party. So we probably expect more from Labor, and we do get more. This current policy platform, to the extent that I know about it and the briefings I've had, do give back an enormous amount of rights for working people, and is infinitely better than Howard's work choices. Under the current IR platform from Labor, you will be able to include anything in an agreement that you can get the employer to agree to. Now that really opens the scope up for a whole lot of protections that we haven't had. We can serve claims across the industry with the same completion dates. It's not industry bargaining, it's a form of that I think will meet the needs of a lot of workers, because the current Building Industry Commission doesn't care about bosses who rip off workers. It just hounds union officials, it hounds shop stewards and health and safety reps and innocent workers, and puts them in star chambers to give evidence with no rights, less rights than a murderer. I don't see ALP's model being that. What it will be, again, we'll have to wait and see some detail if they win government and start drafting legislation, and hopefully the unions can get together and argue that it should be a proper commission, not another building industry Howard-style task force. You've got to have a proper balance. Workers need a fair go, and I think all that Rudd and Gillard have articulated so far is about trying to put a bit of fairness back in the workplace. Workers will get an infinitely better go under Labor, no doubt about that. Unions not so much, but that's okay as well. Just give us the freedom and the laws to mean that workers can bargain properly and have some rights to withdraw their labour, because that's all they've got. That's all a working person has got. So Labor needs to understand that, and when Labor wins government, we will battle Labor on the things we think are wrong. I think some unions have just got to realise that, well, you know, the ALP is not going to be utopia for us. Doesn't mean the world's going to instantly be fantastic for workers. We'll have to battle them on issues, I'm sure of it. Look at our history, it tells us we will.